Mr. Pinata.
Who could have done this?
State your name in relation to the deceased.
I am Martha Pinata, and I was his wife.
State your name in relation to the deceased.
I'm Elaine.
I'm April.
We're his daughters.
State your name in relation to the deceased.
My name is Mindy Hughes, and I was Mr. Pinata's employee.
State your name in relation to the deceased.
How are you?
Horrible! I could not believe someone would kill my poor husband.
Now, Miss Pinata, where were you on the evening of May 19th?
I was downstairs, cooking dinner.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
What? Oh no, I was alone the whole time. I was making chicken parmesan. My husband, he always loved chicken. And he put cheese on everything. Yes, he did. I was making dinner special for him because of
The what?
the argument we had, but that doesn't really have anything to do with what you asked. I should make it off track sometimes.
Tell me about this argument.
Well, oh dear, he changed his will, and you see, and I don't really approve of the new version, of how the new version treated our daughters. And when he left, I saw.
What did you see?
Nothing of any importance now, if you don't mind.
Just a couple more questions. Mrs. Pinata, did you have anything to gain by your husband's death?
Gain? What kind of question is that? Are you accusing me of having some part in his murder?
No, not at all. It's a standard question.
No, I gained nothing by his death. All of the money goes to my daughter, April.
One last question. Is there anyone you have reason to suspect? Anyone that might have killed your husband?
What do you mean? I thought you don't recall it to kill her. That Pinata hunter, whatever she calls herself. My poor husband.
How are you, Miss Pinata?
What do you think? My dad's dead, and he left me out of his will.
Where were you on the evening of May 19th?
I was getting ready for dinner.
Can you be more specific?
As a matter of fact, I was in the bathroom. Happy?
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Of course not. I was in the bathroom.
Miss Pinata, did you have anything to gain by your father's death?
No, nothing. Mom gets the store, of course.
Your mother inherits your father's business.
Yep, Unpainted Pinata, the biggest unpainted furniture store in the state. And April gets all the money, of course, even though she's the younger one.
Your sister inherits your father's money.
Yeah, even though she's too young to know what to do with it. I can't believe.
Miss Pinata, is there anyone you have reason to suspect?
April, duh. I know I'm not supposed to say that because she's my sister and all. But come on, she gets all the money.
Thank you, Miss Pinata. How are you, Miss Pinata?
Shocked. I can't believe he's really gone.
Where were you on the evening of May 19th?
I was changing for dinner in my room.
Is there anyone who can verify that fact?
I'm afraid not. I was alone the whole time.
Miss Pinata, did you have anything to gain by your father's death?
Well, I did inherit a lot of money, but it wasn't supposed to happen that way.
What do you mean?
Well, everybody thought that the money would go to Elaine, as she's the oldest. We always thought that, of course. We didn't think that he would die so soon, but as a kid, she'd always tease me about how she was going to be so rich, and everyone knew she was Dad's favorite.
Miss Pinata, is there anyone you have reason to suspect?
Well, I probably shouldn't say this, but that lady who worked for Dad.
Miss Hughes?
Yeah, Mindy. I don't know her very well, but it is no secret that she and Dad did not get along very well. I've been told that the only reason she didn't get fired is because she knew company secrets. Yeah. Things Dad didn't want to get out. Not that there's anything shifty about my father's business. In any company, there's always things that would be a problem in the wrong hands.
Thank you, Miss Pinata. How are you, Miss Hughes?
Mostly, I'm praying I still have a job.
Where were you on the evening of May 19th?
I was finishing up at the office. I tend to be the last one out the door.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
No, Mr. Pinata had already left, and I was just wrapping up.
Are you saying that you were the last one to see him alive?
I guess so.
How did he look?
Normal, I guess. He seems stressed, but that's not unusual for him.
Miss Hughes, would you have anything to gain by Mr. Pinata's death?
Not really. Look, I'm not going to pretend I like the guy, but dislike is no reason for murder.
Is there anyone you have reason to suspect?
His wife, duh. Ever read a mystery novel? It's always the spouse, and something about her whole boo-hoo, my hubby's dead act just doesn't ring quite true.
How are you, ma'am? Where were you on the evening of May 19th?
Out
Can you be more specific?
hunting.
Is there anyone who can verify that? Ma'am, would you have anything to gain by Mr. Pinata's death?
I do what I do. I'm not saying I did, and I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying there are a lot of chefs in this kitchen.
Is there anyone you have reason to suspect?
You might want to keep an eye on the worker of Mr. Pinata.
You mean Mindy Hughes? Yes?
Sir, you should see this.
Oh my goodness. I have gathered you all here to arrest the murderer of Mr. Pinata. Mrs. Pinata Hunter, you have a love for dispatching pinatas and little to lose, but you also have nothing to gain. None of Mr. Pinata's candy was missing, so I ruled you out. Mrs. Pinata, despite your boo-hoos, you were in a loveless marriage with Mr. Pinata, and you only stayed for his candy and his business. When he threatened to change his will and divorce you, you knew you had to make your move. That is what your argument was about. A new will and a divorce. I'll return to that in a minute. First, I have to speak to the daughter who Mr. Pinata meant to inherit it all, from money to business. Elaine, yes, you. Your father loved you and intended for you to get it all. In my hand is a copy of his will. His real will, in which you get it all. I bet you were surprised, as was I, when I was given a copy by his family attorney. But what about the will we have all seen? Who made that forgery? Mindy Hughes. You knew about Mr. Pinata's business, and you knew his secrets. When Mr. Pinata discussed changing his will, you knew about it. It was you who told Mrs. Pinata about the will change, and you who told her about the divorce. Why would you betray your boss? To protect the woman you have been having a secret affair with, your boss's wife, Mrs. Pinata. It was you who sent that night into motion, but yet you were not the one who committed the murder. Not exactly. April Pinata, you lied about where you were that night. You, in fact, saw your parents arguing in the office, and you heard that the new will left you nothing. When your mother left, you snuck off and made a new will. It left half to you and half to your mother. Then you went and showed her and Miss Hughes. You all agreed. Mrs. Pinata kept her husband's business, April got his candy, and Miss Hughes kept her job and her lover. Sure, April Pinata went down to the kitchen and got the knife. Sure, she hid and waited for her father to leave work. Sure, she plunged a 14-inch blade into him, spilling out his candy and his leg. But who's the murderer? All three of you. April Pinata, Mrs. Pinata, and Mindy Hughes. You are all under arrest for the murder of Mr. Pinata. Ladies, it's time to go to jail.
One last thing. Happy birthday, Zara!
I know you did it. You know you did
I
it.
didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Confess.
You can't make me say I did it. You can't tell me I did. Oh God. Okay, but maybe I did. I don't know. Oh God, I did it. Oh, I did it. I'm so sorry. What did I do?